Welcome to Arc Building 101. This is pretty much how it's been for the past several weeks, and we have a good month left in rainy season. And I have to say, I'm a little bit weary. It kind of reminds me of March when I lived in New England, and I would get a little melancholy. So today I made some chicken a la king, and I'm comforting my cat because she is pretty scared of all the thunder.
So violent. I am not food. No.
Even the neighbor's cat seems to be growing weary of all the rain. There's less things to chase, less birds to attack, and less frogs to eat. But these are slow days. We take our time. I've been busy doing some writing and publishing. I'll have an update on some of the books that I've been working on. Every once in a while we'll have a bit of clear sky, and that sky just looks so beautiful with the clouds that are wispy just passing through. These are oropendulas in the tree. They're a really pretty bird with a unique call and a very unique nest that they build. And one of my favorite birds, the wood rail, I took this from my second story roof. They build nests up in the thickets. I thought about not sharing this, but now that the solution is pretty simple, I'm going to share that after all of that roof work that I showed you, when we had a heavy rain, guess what happened? Water inside. I mean, you can imagine how I must be losing my mind, right? Because, I mean, there's literally so many layers of, paint and goop and material and FlexiGuard and all of this stuff up there. And so Amato, messaged, I'm coming. And we looked around at the sides to see where this new material is on the side. That wasn't there before. And what was happening is that the water was dripping into the carriolas and traveling. And yes, it can go through the concrete because that concrete's not sealed. And so it can go through, and then that moisture, whatever, the water builds up and then starts to drip. That makes sense. This is something I even mentioned to one of the many roofers who had been here before, and they just kind of brushed it off. No, that wouldn't be it. Even the forensic guy didn't mention that as being a problem. So they just attach these things now. And I think tomorrow they'll be putting on the gutter. I'm putting a gutter at the front because it just gets too much water at the front, and I want that bamboo to grow nice and thick. And I know bamboo likes water, but I don't think it likes this much water. So that is my confession. It's raining and thundering even now as I'm doing this voiceover of other rainy day. It's just time to slow down, I think. It's nature's way of telling me. I had a long day yesterday, a lot of driving, and I came home and something kind of caught my eye as I pulled into my driveway, and then I noticed this. So they had spilled oil-based white paint that was used to paint the eaves, and decided not to clean it up. So when I got home and I messaged, like, basically, WTF, he said he didn't have a product to clean it. And, you know, I wrote back, like, that's the time that you go get the product that you need. Oh, there's drama out here with the cat and squirrels. Oh, and a bird. Oh gosh. A bird just hit the glass door and the cat just grabbed it. Yesterday there were 2 dead birds. Anyway, I digress. So we went back and forth, back and forth. He didn't have the product. Why didn't you clean it at the time? I didn't have the product. Why didn't you get the product? What's your plan for fixing this? No communication, no communication. What's your plan for restoring, you know, the concrete back to normal, back to original? No answer, no answer. I need to know what his plan is, because on Monday we're not going to have any power. There's a planned outage for 8 hours. And also, from the research that I've been doing, some of the chemicals that are used to remove the paint can etch the concrete, you know, changing the texture. So then that might require putting on like a skim coat, which probably isn't a big deal, but it's never going to match, you know, the same color. Anyway, no answers, no answers, no answers. So a friend is going to come by today, and the first thing I'm going to do is try warm vinegar. I read online that warmed vinegar might be able to help. I did buy some muriatic acid, but after reading more about that, I'm like kind of scared to use it. So I'll try vinegar first, warmed vinegar. And I've been out here with a, you know, a little thing to try and scrape it off. Scraper tool, I guess it's a scraper tool. This is really the last thing I wanted to be doing today. I had so many other plans to fix the patio and put up some netting around the bamboo, but instead I'm trying to fix the guy's mistake for getting paint all over my concrete wall on the outside. It's Sunday, and he messaged me yesterday that he would come on Monday and try to fix it. But he has not told me what he's planning on doing to fix it, and I'm hoping that this power washer is going to help. Well, he showed up today and said he's going to finish tomorrow grinding down the rest of the paint. I closed down the Airbnb listing for 2 weeks, thinking that would be plenty of time for him to finish fixing all the leaky stuff and installing a new gutter on the casita, but he barely got it done in time. Because the bamboo in front of the casita has thinned out a little bit, I wanted to get more bamboo, but this vivero that I really like, called Vivero Ali, they didn't have any bamboo, but I got some, I believe it's called Chefalera, and I planted about 8 to 10 of those in front of the bamboo, and hopefully that'll just kind of add to thicken up the privacy, the green privacy screen. This is the vivero where I got my palm trees. They delivered them, and then for a little bit of extra money, the guys planted them, and they were heavy. You know, they were in really big pots. So that was well worth the extra money to have them come and plant them. As I was driving to Panama, there were not one, not two, but 3 parades. I love how invested the Panamanians are in their parades. They take such pride in practicing, and I would say, gosh, there's probably like 5 to 7 parades a year, easily. This is the Vivero Solange, I think it's called. It's in El Valle, and they have a huge grounds with lots of different plants, and I think they actually sell to a lot of the vendors at the mercado. So it's kind of nice to come here because their prices are much more reasonable. Thanks so much for watching. Tomorrow I'm going to be volunteering at the spay and neuter clinic. I really wish that my neighbor would get that cat neutered so he would be a lot less aggressive. But so far they haven't.